Well, welcome to another video, guys. My name is Jonah, and I'm joined by Bryce, the founder, co-founder, CEO of CloseBot. This is the first video in what will be a bit of an ongoing series that we're going to be doing, where Bryce is going to be teaching me how to use CloseBot and what CloseBot is capable of. My goal here, to be fully transparent, is to figure out at what point, up to which point, can we use HighLevel's native conversation AI. For those that don't know, CloseBot is a conversational AI appointment setting tool that plugs into HighLevel. So I'm trying to see at what point does it make sense to use HighLevel's native conversation AI capabilities, and at what point does it make sense to actually use CloseBot instead. So I have used CloseBot a bit prior to today. I know my way around a little bit. I've built some things in here, but there's a lot that I don't know. And the reason I wanted to do this series is because there's perhaps a lot of other people that also don't know a lot about CloseBot as well. So I think it'd be a nice opportunity to learn from pretty much ground zero, and ultimately build some pretty cool things in here, and ultimately answer the question, at what point does it make sense for me to use CloseBot instead over HighLevel's native conversation AI? So thank you for joining, Bryce. Thank you for being willing to run this little series with me.
Of course.
Did you want to intro with anything on your side?
Um, yeah, I guess the only thing is I wouldn't see this as a competitor to HighLevel. We're actually endorsed affiliates of HighLevel as well. We have a great
Mhm.
relationship with them, and they recommend people come to us for certain things that their conversation AI doesn't do. And we're going to find those things along the way with Jonah.
Fantastic. Very cool. So this video is really going to be just the very, very basics of CloseBot. In the following videos in this series, we'll obviously get progressively more advanced. We'll be working with particular use cases, actually building some stuff, testing some stuff. One of the things I'm really keen to do in this series is to actually split test um, HighLevel's conversation AI versus CloseBot, and even use it within my own business, because we're generating a fairly consistent flow of leads. So I'd love to be able to split test and put the two head to head, which I think would be really cool. Um, Not that it's a competitor, of course, but that'd be cool to see, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but in this video, we're just going to keep it very simple and just do an introductory session into this new platform that a lot of people might not have touched before. And even if you have touched it, you might not. There might be a lot of stuff in here that you don't know. So, Bryce, I'll let you lead, I guess, with
Yeah,
regard to
cool.
that. Okay.
And if you have any questions or questions that you want to ask because you know the audience would ask, feel free to interject.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, I will do.
So there are four main parts to CloseBot. We have the agents, and an agent is made up of a persona and a job flow. Think of
Mhm.
you, Jonah, if you were to hire a staff member, there is that person, the staff member you're hiring, and they have their own quirks, their own way of speaking and typing, their own energy. That's a persona. The job you're hiring them to do, that's our job flow. And we've
Mm,
set it up that way so you can easily interchange and see maybe different personas do better at different jobs. And we
mhm.
have split testing on personas coming later this week. So you can even A B test personas on the same job and then pick the winner.
Wow. Okay.
So to see those, we'll come into agents. And I have some personas up here that I've created. And they have different settings that, like I said, all change the style of typing. Let's go into this CloseBot one. Actually, this one. This is the one I'm using for our homepage. So if I do edit persona, I can see the name. This is what it's referencing as itself as. So it thinks its name is CloseBot.
Mm-hmm.
We start you out with a default how to respond section. I think this is using the default right now. And these are, again, just things to shape how it sounds. Saying don't be exclamatory, saying that this persona can speak any language. And then we have some tone settings. That's
Nice.
really the basics of it. Down here, if you want to get crazy, you have some other settings. I think we'll probably dive into that in a different video.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing, providers. Different providers have different ways that they sound. Anthropic's models are going to sound different than OpenAI, different than Gemini. So which models do you want to use? And if it goes down, which ones do you want as a fallback? So if Anthropic goes down, it's falling back to OpenAI on this one.
Sure. Okay. Nice. That's cool. It's good to have the backups rather than, oh, Anthropic's gone down and now the whole thing's screwed.
Yeah.
That's cool. That makes sense.
I'm going to go into what we're using on our homepage, and I'm actually going to go into conversations that are happening in our homepage too. I haven't even checked conversations today, so you're going to see live homepage CloseBot conversations with me.
Nice. Let's have a look.
You'll see these builds are quite simple. This is all that our homepage has. When a conversation starts, here's the job it needs to do.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
We have all the instructions right here, and I've told it what tools I want it to be able to use. I don't need it to conversationally book appointments, to HubSpot calendars. We're using HubSpot as our own CRM, but
Mm-hmm.
for most of you guys, it's going to be HighLevel.
Yeah.
We do want it to be able to update the contact record. We do want it to be able to do some of these custom tools that I made, send GIFs,
Mm-hmm.
give us feedback in ClickUp. These are some custom tools I made, book appointments to Calendly.
Yeah.
But we start you with
Nice.
some built-in tools, and you can create custom ones.
Fantastic. Okay. Are the custom ones kind of using APIs and stuff like that? You need to have some technical know-how. Yeah. Cool. Nice.
So anything with an API, you can make a tool for it for your agent to use.
Fantastic.
Cool thing about the way we have this set up, since we are purely focused on conversational AI, these are not flows for any sort of general workflow. You can come in here and test. And see things highlight as it works through the conversation.
Yeah. Okay. So you'll see which step in the flow it's at and like which tools it's used and stuff based on the test that's happening on the left. Maybe.
There we go.
Cool.
There we go.
Nice. That's cool.
So you'll notice it's showing its thought process. It's using the Jiffy tool to get a GIF that it's going to send me.
Yeah.
And this is all based on this job that I gave it here.
Yeah.
You'll notice some of these tools called out, variables. We can dive into that later.
Yeah.
But has the job here. We can test it. You can see the tools that it's using. You can see its thought process. And you can even undo messages if you want to change something in here and then resend a message to test it again.
Nice. So you can test and build alongside itself very easily.
Yeah. So that's two things. We talked about the persona, talked about what a job flow is. Within the job flow, we choose the persona that we want to do that job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right over here. I'm assigning the CloseBot persona to do this job.
Yep.
And then we have the knowledge base uploads and what we call sources.
Mm-hmm.
in the uploads area, you can come and scrape websites, upload PDFs, type in notes, copy paste things, whatever you want in here. And then you're going to connect these uploads to your CRM source. So if you
Okay.
have a sub account for roofer number one and they have a website, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So if you connect to a roofer sub account and they have a website, you can scrape their website, connect it. And then any bot that is communicating with that roofer account knows that
Sure.
information.
Okay. Right. Okay. So uploads and sources. So in the same way that well, not the same way, but in a similar way to agents having personas and job flows uh, being kind of connected, uploads and sources are connected also.
Right. Yeah.
Source being, I know you've not fully touched on sources but you're not fully touched on sources just yet, but sources is the sub account. It's like the HighLevel sub account in this case.
Yeah. Right. So
Cool.
I clicked on sources and I have connected to some HighLevel sub accounts, some HubSpot accounts, and some blank ones. If you wanted to use CloseBot as a standalone, that's what the
Mhm.
blank one is.
Okay.
You connect to all of those in here.
Cool. So you could, I mean, I don't think I knew this, but you could use CloseBot as a standalone web widget or something
Yeah.
with no CRM. I guess
Right.
this feels like it's a bit off topic for now. Like we're in the very early kind of basic stages, but you mentioned tools as well. Anything connects to an API. Could you use a blank one and use custom tools to connect to any other CRM or
Yeah.
something if you wanted?
You could use a blank one and connect to your own custom built CRM
Yeah. Wow.
if you wanted.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to go back into the job flow because now that we talked about sources, we can talk about, okay, that's cool. We have sources, we have uploads, personas, job flows. We know personas and job flows connect. We know sources and uploads connect.
Mhm.
Then you can come in here to sources on the job flow and we can connect your source to job flows and tell it when you want it to reply. Like, do I want it to reply on the live chat channel, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, any other chat widgets? Do I want it to be restricted based on tags? So maybe only when they have or they don't have the tag unsubscribed.
Yeah. Okay.
This sets when you're going to get a reply.
Hmm. That makes sense. Okay.
Lots of chats we can look at. I don't know what language this is.
It looks like it's asking about coding languages though. Down at the very bottom. It's referencing C++.
Hmm. Let's go in here. Okay. Oh, this was me testing. So in here, you're going to see all of your conversations for all of your sub accounts in one place. If you wanted to see conversations for just a particular sub account, you can go in and click just to see that or show all. We're viewing all right now.
Nice. It looks like you can also hop in. Sorry, Bryce.
Sorry, say that?
I was just going to say, it looks like you can also hop in and type your own message in here as well if you wanted.
Yeah, you can hop in, interject. If you have this connected to HighLevel, these messages all show up in HighLevel too. So even though you're manually sending a reply here, that would show up in your HighLevel account.
And vice versa.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. A cool thing about the way we have this set up, we have the job flow, I showed how we can connect a HighLevel sub account to that
Mhm.
job flow. But you can connect unlimited sub accounts to a single job flow. So let's say you have 1,000 roofers. You could connect 1,000 roofing sub accounts to that one job flow and use variables in the bot instructions so it knows how to handle differently depending on different sub accounts. And then you just have one flow to change. And
Mhm.
that change reflects across all 1,000 sub accounts.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. So for high-level agencies that are serving, say, just roofers or just a particular type of industry, you could almost create your own you could create your own custom agent that is sold as part of your package. It's like, so ordinarily with high-level agencies, you'll say, "Hey, I've got this snapshot and this support and this like whatever." Obviously there's all sorts of stuff that you can do with high level, but here you're able to bring in a custom piece from outside of high level, being a custom AI agent, that the client wouldn't necessarily even need to have any access to. It's just something that is magically happening as well as part of what they've
Yeah.
signed up for.
Yeah. You, as the agency, are the only one that can see and edit these flows. You can create client seats, and then
Okay.
that client can come in and do their own uploads if they want. They can see
Mhm.
the conversations, but they can't go in and edit the flow or see the flow that you've made.
Sure. Sure. So as a high level agency, that feels like it could make your overall service that much more sticky, I guess.
Yeah. They can't copy what you've done and then leave.
And yeah, nice. That's a nice benefit.
One other thing I want to show, notifications up here. I notice I have a notification. Smart FAQ is something we released that is one of the biggest value drivers you can give to businesses. Anytime the AI doesn't know how to answer a question, it will log it for you. Here, someone asked, does CloseBot support GHL trigger links? It didn't know the answer to that. So I can give it the answer. I can save that. And then it takes it a step further. It says, hey, do you want us to try to reach out, back out to this person and
Mhm.
let them know the answer? So, yes, we'll have it follow up with that person with the answer. And it'll check to see which channels it can follow up on. If it conversationally got their email address or phone number, and that agent is allowed to communicate on those channels, even though the chat came in on live chat, it would switch it over to SMS or email to follow up with that answer.
Because they're not, it's safe to guess they won't still be sat on the live chat waiting if it's
Right.
a little bit.
The
Yeah.
AI will decide that, yeah, that's probably not the best channel. It'd be best to
Yeah.
switch channels at this time.
Sure. That's very clever. And then that gets added to the database of answers and FAQs, and then the next person that asks, it just knows.
Right.
That's very cool. That's very cool. And that is an example of something that high level currently doesn't do. I don't think
Yeah.
I think high level has FAQs for sure, but it's static.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the things. And I get one or two of those smart FAQs every single day. So at this point, I have over 100 that it's done for me. And I've found holes in our business that would have lost me business had I not known that people are struggling to find that information. Like on
Sure.
our pricing page, people had an issue finding the business plan pricing. I
Mhm.
never would have known because I thought it was obvious. And I never check the chats. So I'm not going to read through hundreds of conversations and find the holes in my business. But it's CloseBot's job to raise those to my attention so I don't have to go and read all the chats.
Sure. That's really powerful just on its own, to be honest. That's really useful. Very cool. When was
So I
that
guess
released exactly? Did you say that was released fairly recently or?
Smart FAQ.
Yeah.
No, that was probably 6 to 9 months ago.
Okay. Right. Nice. Fantastic.
Yeah, and all these things that people they have no idea about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's
guess
amazing.
to round that out, that's a pretty good cover of the basics.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to go and see what we've released over the past year, because we've probably had people that maybe you used CloseBot 6 months ago, and the CloseBot from 6 months ago is way different than the CloseBot now. You can
Mhm.
go and see a change log from every single week for the past year.
Nice.
Here, you can go here or click to see all, and you'll see the changes from every week. Then we have an in-app community you can find here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. I have the changelog RSS feed posting into a Slack channel, so I see the weekly updates inside of Slack, which is quite nice.
heck yeah.
I've got the same thing for HighLevel's changelog as well, so I like to keep on top of everything that's new. That's fantastic. And in the community as well, you've got a handful of courses in there, which I've started going through some of that, but I think there's like 3 or 4 courses in there, which look like
Yeah.
they're worth paying attention to.
Yeah, we have courses. We have daily office hours call. You can see one is live right now with Max.
Nice.
You can go and ask the community questions in there. I hang out in there so you can tag me and stuff.
Yeah. Brilliant. Very cool indeed. So thank you. I know that's a pretty comprehensive overview of at least like the basics. In the next video, what would you suggest is a sensible sort of next step from here?
I think it'd be really good to go in and actually build a simple job flow with
Yeah.
that agent node.
Yeah. Sure.
So go in, create the one agent node, connect it to tools, and have it start to qualify leads and book appointments.
Nice. Sounds good. Sounds good. And the agent node is the one. So the job flow that you showed just had one action step, and that one action step is the agent node.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. So that's the one that just does everything you want it to do.
Yeah. We can go into follow-ups. Our follow-up setup is really powerful. We can go into follow-ups and the tools and variables. Like,
Yeah.
we'll just focus on agent node.
Cool. Nice. That sounds like a good next step. Thank you, Bryce. Fantastic. Very good. Well, let's leave this one here for now. That is at least a introductory overview to what CloseBot is and some of the really cool things that you can do with it. The next video will focus on agent node specifically and some more of the cool things that you can do with CloseBot. And Bryce, thank you for your time and taking us through that.
Thank you, Jonah.
Fantastic. Cool. Hey, it's Jonah again here. I really hope that you enjoyed this video today about CloseBot. If you want to go ahead and actually implement what we've just covered in this video and you do not already have a CloseBot account, you will find a link to create one beneath this video. It's going to be in the description, perhaps also in the pinned comment in the comment section as well. And I'm also going to go ahead and make sure there is a QR code on the screen in case you're watching this from a larger monitor or maybe your TV and you want to be able to check it out on your phone instead. So whichever way you go, whether it's the link or the QR code, it's going to bring you through to this page. And on this page, I'm going to recommend for pretty much everyone, sign up to the free plan. This free plan is very generous because it's not just a free trial. It is just a completely free plan. You don't even need to enter in your credit card, I don't think. So this is going to be a fantastic place for the vast majority of everyone watching this video to actually get started and start playing around with CloseBot inside of their own business without having to pay for anything at all. Now, if you are an agency with sub-accounts in HighLevel that you're thinking about potentially rolling this out to, then you will then find here the agency plan as well. Now, you definitely do not need to upgrade to that right out the gate. You will have the option to upgrade, obviously, whenever you're ready. And on that note, Bryce has been very kind to provide us with a coupon code to actually give you money off your first payment of the agency plan whenever you're ready to upgrade in the future. So in the description beneath the video, you'll also find exactly what that coupon code is and how much money it gives you off your first payment. So you can keep that in your back pocket. You can make use of the free plan for now and then make use of the coupon code in the future when you're ready to actually sign up to a paid account. Now, if you're not an agency owner and you're just looking at using CloseBot only inside of your own business and not roll it out to clients as well, then you'll find here this purple button here that just says business ? You can click on that and it will take you to the pricing for you just using CloseBot inside of your own business, and that's it. So you'll see that there's a good bit cheaper, and that coupon code will apply to this as well. So hopefully this is helpful. If you do not have CloseBot already and you want to try it out, again, I recommend the free plan. If you're an agency, you can upgrade when you're ready and get money off. And if you're just running your own business, you can, again, also upgrade whenever you're ready, and again, still use that same coupon code. So thank you again. Thank you, Bryce, for recording these videos with me. I hope that they are serving everyone well, and I will chat to you guys soon.